I would do a quick introduction. We are eClinicalWorks, a company from Boston, US, and we are leader when it comes to the ambulatory outpatient care. Uh, check. This is better. Sorry. So we are leader in the world when it comes to the ambulatory outpatient care with deployments of 70,000 hospitals and facilities in more than 40 countries. We are in India since 2005, and together with that, we were not selling our entire gamut of applications that we have built and learned and implemented across all of these 40 countries, but dominant in the United States. We have started doing it since the last 2 years and seen some good success. I would like to talk about some applications that we have initially, and after that go into short videos of our product and the company, and then take questions if you have any. We'll not do a lot of deep dive into the products because this has been one of the most intellect conversation that I have seen in over next 2 or 3 years, where people have talked about technology, people have talked about EMRs and EHRs and health information exchange and all. But we'll talk about what we have done as a company so far and the success that we've seen in not just in the private space, but even in the government space. So as a company, we kind of do everything. And a company which has grown organically since the 18 plus years. All the products that we have are actually developed by us. We do the entire health information exchange, electronic health records, which is where we are dominant. We do the entire analytical side of the population health, where we give our products not just to the hospitals, but even to the governments and the accountable care organizations in the US. And at the end, just to close the loop, we do a lot of work on the patient engagement side. This is one of the things that we have started doing as a company, where we just don't want to give products to the hospitals or the clinics or the physicians, but at the same time give that satisfaction to the patient who is going to be the custodian of their own healthcare. So what is important now, or what India really has to learn from, as rightly mentioned by my other previous colleagues, since other countries have already developed, been through the rough phase of understanding how to implement EHRs. I really think that, we are in a great space right now because we already know what to expect from an application. But when it comes to the implementation, we have found out 2 or 3 very unique struggles when it comes to the actual ground level, I would say, implementation of the software. The first one is people, who get to know the computers and the softwares at a very later stage, which is where we are investing a lot. As a company, we want to make sure that it is not the technology that makes the hospital successful, but it is actually the people who are going to help you succeed, which is where we are investing as a company a lot in training and implementation and giving them the right reporting functionalities, as you can see on the screen, to increase their revenues. The mobile usages or the iPad, the platform agnostic devices that every company offers are of course going to help. At the same time, you need to have a solution which can do an entire 360-degree, where lesser number of players in the entire gamut of the ecosystem is better for any hospital or any government who is implementing EHRs. I talked about how we are focusing as a company on giving that satisfaction to the patients, and this is what we kind of do for every hospital that we have implemented so far. We have given them dedicated patient portals which the patients can use, not just for themselves, but even for their entire families. And they are highly sophisticated, where it is not just giving them information in terms of the medical side of the data, but at the same time, it also gives them marketing importance on the portal. Mobile applications are going to be the next big thing, and we've already seen success in the Indian market with more than a billion people that we have. This is going to be the next biggest thing which will happen and change compared to any other country in the world. Desktops, laptops and iPads are going to get to a saturation level, and we'll see only mobile applications getting used in the next 5 to 7 years. We have built applications which not just record the EHRs, but at the same time it does interfaces with multiple devices. I'll give you a quick example of what we do. So, our application, which is getting used by an hospital, which is getting used by a physician, gets automatic updates from a patient who already has a mobile application through a direct wearable with an interface like a Fitbit or a blood pressure cuff or any other integrable devices which are used by the hospital right now. So, which is where the communication to the patient is really, really important. You want to make sure that you communicate with the patient, not just with their first hand-on visit, but at the same time, keep communicating to them about their newer appointments, about their better health initiatives which they have taken by getting more physically active and all. So there's different modes of communication directly from the EHR or EMR or any HIS that you're using right now. eClinicalWorks has already integrated with more than 5,000 plus wearable devices. That's a big number because any wearable devices that is found in the market right now has been integrated, and it connects directly and communicates bidirectionally between the communication between the patient and the physician at a given point of time. We also do kiosks, so as a hospital or as a provider, you can basically have a direct OCR which a patient can generate from the website. When they walk into the registration area, they just have to scan their barcode, and the patient inside sitting in the registration area, physician knows already there's someone waiting for us outside. Telemedicine is something which we have done in the US, but at the same time we focus less on the hardware and more on the software. So our software is created in such a way that the physician connects directly through a video conferencing, through your mobile application and the laptop or the desktop with a capability, and at the same time it gives them the entire screens of recording clinical information. So any solution that with the integrated health platform that selects, it is very important that it is A, platform agnostic, B, it should be acceptable on any modes of devices, and I would say most importantly, we are talking about what the government should do over here, whether they should incentivize the physicians so that that gives them that extra edge or the push to start adopting the EHRs, but at the same time, it is very important to share the data, not just among the physicians who are going to be using this particular platforms, but also, use the data to help physicians make faster and better decisions. One more quick example that we have done as a company is that we have more than 115,000 providers on our platform right now. And out of that 115,000 providers, more than 20,000 providers have already participated in a program called Provider-to-Provider Communication, where any hospital which is using our system right now in India or any other Asian Pacific countries can now have a direct second opinion or an access of sending all the HIE, the Health Information Exchange platform created inside our software directly, so that you don't have to wait for any connectivity over here. And as a patient and as a physician, you have a direct access to get a second opinion on eClinicalWorks. So eClinicalWorks basically, we've come from US, but at the same time, one of the USPs that we have is we are a $500 billion company, a private company. And the reason why I stress on the word private is because we have been very agile, and at the same time, we take quick decisions to adopt ourselves to the need of the customers, which what makes us independent and entrepreneur. Quick quote from our CEO. These are the 40 countries where we already have our customers and offices, multinational with 11 offices worldwide, 6 in the US. We just opened an office in Dubai, UK, and 3 in India, which is Bangalore, Ahmedabad, and Mumbai. These are the numbers that we have done since the last 18 plus years, which is why we are dominant when it comes to electronic health records field. We have 115,000 plus physicians using our system at a given point of time. More than 1 million patient appointments are created on our platform, and 70,000 facilities and hospitals are using our software right now. 200 million patients. This is a number which is more than 70% of the US population. This many patients' electronic health record is stored across 15 plus data centers that we own in US. The reason why I stress on the number 200 plus million patients is because it took us 18 plus years to grow us organically as a company, and at the same time store their important HIPAA regulated electronic health record on all of our data centers, which are safe and secure. Some of our notable customers include Hospital Corporation of America, the SeaWorld New York City Department of Health. I would like to give you an example of what we have done when it comes to population health inside the New York City Department of Health. The entire 7,000 plus physicians started using our application. It took us 5 years to deploy our application in the entire New York City. And after those 5 years, they were able to make predictive analysis and very, very accurate decisions on the population. So there were certain pockets in New York City which were very obese, and they found out by using different measures that the Department of Health had created inside the application. And with having that data on hand, they figured out that that particular pocket of New York City had a lot of fast food restaurants. And they were able to make better decisions, move certain restaurants from there, cancel their licenses and all. This is just a quick example of what we have done in New York. We also have government deployments for the Massachusetts, Philadelphia, and California. And as I said, it's more than 50 states that we cover right now. Some quick notable customers. We've started selling our software in India since the last 2 years, and we've seen great success with more than 90 hospitals already using our software, anywhere starting from 50 beds to 2,000 beds. Even HCL Healthcare opted to go with our award-winning EMR. At the end of the day, we really want to focus on 2-3 different things. One, not just concentrate on giving technology, but at the same time make it affordable, reduce the errors, improve the quality at the point of care. And we really believe that when the physicians are given that power of and are presented with clinical decision support systems, it has to help out not just the patient side of the population, but even the entire community in getting healthcare at an affordable rate. Can we have a quick AV, please? The ECW story.
Healthcare is changing. Patients are now consumers of healthcare. The industry is moving from fee-for-service to value-based care, and physicians are looking for an affordable and efficient way to run their practice. You need a solution that ties all aspects of healthcare together. You need eClinicalWorks 10e. There's a lot that goes into running your practice. Referral management, appointment booking, patient communication, big data, population health, and hospital interoperability. That's why we built 10e, the leading ambulatory EHR. 10e gives you the ability to do all this and more from one unified cloud solution. Other EHR companies try to do this through acquisitions, which means practices spend more money on interfaces and have to manage usernames and passwords for each program. Not with eClinicalWorks 10e. 10e is a lot more than a traditional EHR made up of front office, mid office, and back office. This is no longer good enough. It's been crafted with all of the innovative features you've come to expect from eClinicalWorks, with a new, cleaner look and feel. If you're a longtime eClinicalWorks user, you'll find it very familiar and comfortable, with a flatter design and reduced clicks. If you're new to 10e, you'll find our interface approachable and intuitive.
10e will read defined the word electronic health records. We visualized a product that when our users, customers, would see it for the first time, their expression would be, wow, this is unprecedented.
In designing the interface of the future, we've organized every element and tool with ease of use in mind. 10e has been built around next-generation HTML5, the new standard in cross-platform usability. 10e is cloud-based. This means you can now access all of your critical data at any time, anywhere, and on any device, PC or Mac, tablet or smartphone. We've reimagined the EHR with everything you need to manage patients and deliver healthcare inside and outside the clinics, with unparalleled opportunities for patient engagement, including telehealth. eClinicalWorks 10e is about managing a patient care delivery system across every aspect of where the patient is, whether it be their home, office, or fitness center. It's about having the data you need about your practice and patients at your fingertips. It's about having all the tools needed to streamline practice operations and attract new patients. All aspects of 10e work in concert to provide the best user experience we've ever created. It's incredibly efficient and just plain fast. eClinicalWorks 10e isn't just the next step in electronic health records. It's a giant leap forward.
We have one more short video, and then if I have time, I'll take questions or later on. Thank you.
Who are we? Depending on your perspective, we are electronic medical records, patient engagement, revenue cycle management, or population health. But we're really much more. And that is the definition and the magic of synergy, the creation of a whole that is greater than the sum of its parts. We are a healthcare information technology company. We are a global company with offices in the US, London, and India. We have 9 data centers across the country, so your data must only travel on the shortest path possible. This ensures increased reliability, scalability, greater uptime, and consistent high-speed access. Our network is private and secure. This means your data is your data. We are healthcare, tools that improve access to quality, affordable care, that make the delivery of care safe, measurable, and effective, that help doctors realize a positive return on their investment, and that improve the overall health of our citizens. We are information that is both powerful and personal. Powerful enough to manage the health of our largest cities, and personal, too, providing a unique health record for the more than 200 million patients who have their medical record in eClinicalWorks. We are technology that is always on and always available when and where you need it. Technology that is designed to be used to improve the health of individual patients, to improve the accuracy and efficiency of healthcare providers, and to reduce the cost of healthcare for all of us. We are eClinicalWorks, delivering healthcare information technology solutions for today and tomorrow. It is who we are. It is what we do. Every day, working with you, improving healthcare together.
We at eClinicalWorks are dreamers. We see dreams that don't let us sleep. These are dreams that are going to continue to make newer products and solutions. We're going to take our customers along with us in that journey to build the bridges of care between the providers and the patients.
Thank you very much for the attention.
Thanks, Akash.